My name is James. I'm a programmer who's turning 30 this year. Originally, I graduated from a typical college and worked as an employee at a small company, but I improved my skills while working. James, you learned programming on your own while working, which is impressive. I get married and had a child, so I wanted to earn more as the head of our household. You have a daughter, right? How old is she? She's 2 years old. She must be so adorable. Yes, she is. I have to work hard for her sake, too. As a fellow father, I support you. I smiled and said, thank you. Yes, I have an adorable 2-year-old daughter. Her name is Lily. Phew, I'm home. Hi, Daddy. Lily ran down the hall to greet me at the entrance. Holding Lily in my arms, I asked, have you had dinner? Not yet, I'm hungry. Although I expected this response, I couldn't help but frown. Lily and I entered the living room. The hands of wall clock were pointing to 10 o'clock at night. I spoke to Emma, my wife, who was sprawled on the sofa. Emma, I told you to feed Lily when I'm working late. It's fine. Lily seems to prefer the meals you make anyway. Emma didn't even try to look at me as she played with her phone. Looking around the living room, there were washed clothes and Lily's toys scattered everywhere. You're home while I work. You need to do a little better with the house. I took Lily out for pancakes during the day. Lot of fruits on the pancakes. Took photos with Mommy. Well, that sounds good. I put Lily down on the floor and headed to the dining area to prepare dinner. What's for dinner? We have chicken, so I'll make chicken pasta. Can you sit quietly and wait? Yes, I can wait. Lily responded and sat quietly in a chair, but she soon started to doze off while waiting. It's not a good time for a 2-year-old to be awake and hungry. I was heartbroken. Emma, my wife and Lily's mother, has a rough personality. Before we got married, we both worked and used a housekeeping service for chores, but after marriage, Emma became a homemaker. But in reality, she is lazy at home and does not get around to doing any of the household chores that I ask her to do. So, I ended up handling most of the household chores myself. And when it came to our daughter Lily, Emma would sometimes dote on her and other times be quite cold towards her. For example, she might buy a cute dress online for Lily to wear, take a photo, and once she is satisfied, then leaves the rest alone. I never thought she was this kind of woman when we were dating. But I didn't want to make the atmosphere at home worse by confronting Emma about not doing the house chores. Looking at Lily's innocent face as she dozed off, I resolved to work harder as a father. But soon after, an event that would change the fate of our family occurred. Walking to the next department for a simple handover is a waste of time. Absolutely. I've raised the issue with management, but it's hard to get through to them. That day, I was moving around the office with necessary documents in hands as always. James, watch out. Whoa. I was helplessly pinned under a bookshelf that had suddenly collapsed on top of me. Somebody, call 911. Next time I woke up, I was in a hospital bed. I tried to sit up, but I couldn't feel my legs. I had a bad feeling about this. You've sustained damage to your spine. Unfortunately, it looks like you'll have permanent lower body disabilities. I asked Dr. Richardson, who broke the news. Does this mean I'll be in a wheelchair? Yes, that seems to be the case. My wife, has she been informed? She has been told while you were asleep. As Dr. Richardson left, Emma entered the room. Seeing her husband suddenly in such a state and with a small child to take care of, Emma must be feeling incredibly anxious. Emma, I'm sorry for worrying you. James, let's get a divorce. What? Did you just say divorce? My understanding of these words, which are so inappropriate as the first words to her severely injured husband, never quite caught up with me. "Did your ears get damaged too?" I said. "Let's get a divorce." I still couldn't believe what I was hearing. "Why, divorce?" "Well, who needs a husband that requires care?" "What are you talking about? I married you so I could quit my job and relax, and now, instead of relaxing, I'm supposed to take care of you. No way. I'll try not to be a burden on you. I'm disabled now, so we can get help from the government. But if you're in a wheelchair, you won't be able to work properly, and you'll probably get a pay cut, right?" "What are you saying? I'm a programmer. Being in a wheelchair won't significantly impact my work." I counted each of Emma's statements. But even as I counted, a calm part of my mind was questioning, what does it matter if I argue with her? Even if Emma retracted her statement, saying, "If you're not getting a pay cut, then I won't divorce you," I had already seen her true nature. I would never want to live a tough life because of my husband's low salary. "You know that you are no longer of any use to me." Emma didn't even listen to my objections. And then, she left the hospital room, saying only, "I'll take care of Lily." What on earth is this? I stared blankly outside in dismay for a while, but gradually, my anger toward Emma began to grow. I had worked my fingers to the bone for my family. I had also handled most of the household chores by myself. I had taken care of Lily so much as well. Why should I be treated like this? Is our family falling apart this easily? Betrayed by Emma, I was so furious that I couldn't sleep at all that night. I was able to leave the hospital 2 weeks later. It will take a while to get used to the wheelchair, and I likely need support from my parents during this time. Then we officially divorced. I felt saved by the kindness of my parents, who, despite probably having their own thoughts, didn't ask me anything. When I returned to work after a long time, I was immediately surrounded by colleagues who were concerned about my condition. "We were worried about you, James. I'm sorry for the inconvenience. Are you all right now?" "Yes, as you see here, but I'll manage somehow." Saying this, I patted the wheel of my wheelchair, which would be my longtime companion from now on. After greeting each colleague who came to talk to me, I was going to my desk to get some work done. But maneuvering a wheelchair in the cluttered office floor was quite challenging. As I was wondering what to do. "Oh no, James, let me help you." "Thanks, Ryan, I appreciate it." Not wanting to be stuck and unable to work, I decided to gratefully accept his help. Ryan, one of my subordinates, pushed my wheelchair for me. "Wow, wheelchairs are surprisingly heavy, aren't they?" Ryan's voice sounded cheerful as he spoke to me. Did something good happen to him? Given his cheerful demeanor, which seemed to invite questions, I decided to fulfill his expectation as a way of saying thanks for pushing the wheelchair. "Did something good happen?" "Can you tell? You're sharp, James." I almost burst out laughing at his obvious excitement. "Well, actually." "You say actually. Don't beat around the bush, just tell me." "I just got married." Wow. It was better news than I had imagined. I couldn't believe that while I was going through a divorce, Ryan had gotten married. Some tie the knot while others untie the knot, I guess. I was reminded of Emma. My heart ached a bit, but I didn't want to be so petty that I couldn't congratulate Ryan. "That's great. Congratulations, Ryan." "Thank you so much." "What's your wife like?" "Let me show you a picture, just a sec." This happened just as we reached my desk. Ryan took his hands off the wheelchair and pulled out his phone from his pocket. He was probably going to show me a photo taken with his phone. I leaned in to look at the phone he was holding out to me and was stunned by the shock. The woman in the photo was Emma. She's my wife. I was horrified. Ryan had intentionally shown me the photo. He had approached me just to show me this photo. Knowing that his wife was my ex-wife, I became wary of Ryan, who suddenly seemed to transform into something creepy. "What are you trying to do? It's great that I could marry Emma, but honestly, Lily is just in the way." "What did you say?" "James, could you take in Lily? I don't have much affection for her, and Emma wants a child of our own. So I think it's better if Lily is taken care of by you because she is your daughter." Ryan's vileness made me sick. But this made it clear that Lily was not wanted in their household. I didn't want to put Lily through any suffering. My love for my only 2-year-old daughter overcame my anger towards Ryan. "Fine. If that's the case, I'll fight to win custody of Lily." That's what I decided. A month later, I went to court to determine the custody. Emma was smirking confidently. She knew how difficult it was for a father to win custody of a young child. But I had prepared for this day. Standing at the witness stand, I said she would only interact with Lily to take photos for social media likes and comments, neglecting her at all other times. Despite being a stay-at-home mom with time to spare for household duties, she neglected them and carelessly handled Lily's meals. I exposed Emma's character by submitting screenshots of her social media and shopping receipts as evidence. Still, Emma was smiling. She knew that evidence alone was weak. So, I continued. Furthermore, Emma often left 2-year-old Lily alone at home to go out and have fun. I thoroughly traced Emma and Ryan's friends on social media and used their posted photos as evidence. The photo showed Emma and her friends having fun, complete with a date stamp. During that time on a weekday, Lily was left all alone at home. I didn't know how terrible Emma was as a mother until I did the research. As a father, I felt terribly sorry for Lily. Faced with this, Emma paled and retorted, "But you're a paraplegic and can't take care of her. Your salary must have decreased, making life more difficult." "My salary has tripled since we parted ways." "What?" "Being immobilized forced me to design my work more efficiently, which increased sales." Of course, it wasn't just my effort. The entire staff rallied to negotiate with upper management and drastically reform our operations to accommodate my wheelchair-bound situation. Besides, I'll be living with my parents, so I'll have their support. They both adore Lily and have offered to help. At this point, Emma had nothing to say, muttering, "I shouldn't have divorced if your salary tripled. How selfish can one person be?" I was beyond angry and just dumbfounded. The court awarded me custody of Lily. In the hallway, I told Emma, "I was too nice before. Despite sensing unfairness, I worked hard on my job and chores for the sake of family. But thanks to your unbelievable behavior, I've finally woken up. Thanks for divorcing me, Emma. Thanks to that, I'm happy now." Emma, unable to respond to my sarcasm, fled. After the trial became public within the company, Ryan found himself without a place there. "Oh, I thought I could do better because you weren't above average and look nice. Too bad. Ryan, let's get a divorce." "What? And you'll just jump to another man? No one would date someone like you, you old hag." "What did you say?" It seems they broke up after that ugly argument. As Ryan had said, after that, no men approached Emma. Even when she made advances, she was continuously rejected with responses like, "Who would date someone like you, you old hag?" "Hey, James, can we get back together? I'll do the chores properly, and I'll take care of Lily too," she pleaded over the phone, crying. So, I told her, "Don't involve me in your life ever again." What an audacious woman she is. Emma ended up being abandoned by her own parents as well and is now apparently living a miserable, impoverished life. "Daddy, who was on the phone?" "It was a friend from work." As Lily attempted to climb onto my wheelchair, saying up, I carefully lifted her into my arms and headed to the dinner table, where her grandparents were waiting.